Jim Candy, Part 1, Chapter 8. I didn't sleep much that night. I lay on my bed, confused and angry. That stuff my dad had said about an ankle injury. It was a lie. How many times had I told my teammates what a great running back he'd been as a Husky? How many times had I said that if he hadn't been injured, he'd have been a star in the NFL? How many of them had known the truth? Some of their fathers must have known all along. They must have followed his career as a Husky and his flameout in the NFL. They'd have told their sons. And if some of my teammates knew, that meant all of them knew. Kids probably talked about my dad and me all the time, talked about us, and laughed. I woke up early the next morning, ate breakfast by myself, then returned to my room, shut my door, and just sat on my bed, being mad all over. Around 10, my dad knocked. "You want to toss the ball around?" "I don't feel like it," I said through the locked door. "You're not quitting, Mick. I mean it." "I just don't feel like playing football right now. I'll play later." He went away, and I thought what a hypocrite he was, telling me that I had to play. What had he done? Drunk and missed meetings and gotten into trouble with strippers in Mexico. He was married to my mom then, too. She had told me that they got married while they were still in college. A few minutes later, he was back at my door, only this time he was pounding. "Get out here, Mick," he said, "right now." "I'll play catch later," I shouted. "I'm not talking about that. I want this door open now." He was mad, but I was mad too. I stomped across my room and opened the door. "What?" I said. He grabbed my arm, yanked me into the spare bedroom, and pointed to the computer. "Have you been checking me out?" My face went red. "No," I said. "No? Then what's this?" The browser was open. He moved the mouse until the cursor hovered over Go. He dragged the cursor down to history, and then he clicked. A couple of clicks more, and the San Diego Union Tribune article was on the screen. "So tell me again, you weren't checking on me?" "I wanted to find out the real reason you never played in the NFL." There, I had said it. "So you go snooping behind my back?" My mom must have heard shouting because she comes upstairs and was standing behind him. "Leave him alone, Mick. He had to find out." My father kept his eyes on me. "You think I'm a failure, don't you? You read one article written 16 years ago and you think I'm a failure?" "I never said that." "Yeah, well, that's what you're thinking, isn't it?" "Stop badgering him, Mike." "I'm not badgering him. I'm asking him a question." "You are badgering him." He glared at her, and then he walked quickly down the stairs. My mom and I listened as the front door opened, then slammed shut. His Jeep started up, and we heard him drive off, fast. So in the last chapter, Mick finds out that his dad isn't this like great hero of football that he thought he was. But this chapter, chapter 8, is really sad too because Mick's dad finds out that his son like no longer idolizes him and thinks that he was this great football player because now Mick knows the truth about his dad. And I think that would be hard for any father to realize like your son no longer looks up to you.